It's go time. I have a lot of little jobs to get done. Come join me. Well, first let's have a look at what's happened with the winter sowing that I've done so far. In these stone beds, I did the direct sowing with cloches, and I just sowed some peas. Wow, some came to the surface after the rain. I'll push them back in. Nothing in there, but this had previously had a cold frame over it, 6 types of spinach, and 5 of them have germinated well. That one variety was very old, so I'm not surprised that it did not germinate. And we have some green showing through from last year's chard, but inside the cloche there is nothing coming up of the newly sown. Oh my, somebody tried to breach the fence, but didn't get in. And here is the arugula, which is coming along nicely. It loves the chill. This is 3 varieties of cilantro, and there is some germination in all 3 of these cloches. This is 4 types of lettuce. 2 of them have germinated. And over on the other side of the end here is some mizuna, which is germinated well on the right. On the left is the sorrel, which is not germinated yet. And my oregano is doing well, coming back right next to it. Let's go into the birdies beds and look at the garlic. Whoa, look at that. We have germination all over the place. Happy little campers. I need to get them fed. Oop, this one has no germination yet. And the chives are well on their way. And the rhubarb as well. Oh, look at that. On the end of this bed, the new hascaps that went in last year have blossoms. Yay, we're going to get a taste of the hascaps this year. Great. Love it. Okay, before I got distracted, my mission when I came out was to get in the shed and find some pots to pot up my pepper plants. So kind of got to move some stuff to get in there. And I found what I needed. Yay. Look at the lawn. It is blooming already. Beautiful purple violets. Well, let's have a peek inside the zipper greenhouse. We put these up a few days ago and haven't been able to sow out here because it's been ding-dang raining and cold. But I did stick all of the winter-sown flower jugs inside for a little extra warmth. This side was all not germinated. Oh, the zinnias have now germinated. And on that side, those had all previously germinated, and they're all coming along nicely. Check the bottom rack. No. And no. But that's great. We've got 6 out of 10 germinated. Well, here's some jobs that I am going to do today. Now this turmeric, well, they're notoriously long before they get going. I was going to pot, but I think I'm just going to leave it to continue to try to sprout a little bit longer before I put it in something. Now the ginger has really gone to town. This one's actually really developing nicely. I'm trying to put out some roots, so it's saying, come on, Robin, get me going. This guy's got sprout there. And this little piece, well, it's got one for sure, but it looks like 2, 3 off of one little tiny piece. Yeah, 3 for sure. Cool. So I went shopping at a charity store, and that's what I think I want to do the ginger in. I don't know if it's a great one for ginger, but I'm going to try. I've got my soil, potting soil in my container. I've got my 3 pieces, and I remembered I had a little ginger that I stuck in with some houseplant babies, and I am going to move that over into here. Next thing I'm going to do is wet this and get those pieces in. Here's that ginger that I dug out from next to the houseplants where I had stuck it. I'm going to put that in first. So I've stuck those 3 pieces around the one that was in with the houseplant that has the most roots. This guy is the next best shoot, so I will get the soil all tucked in around these, and I'm going to top it off with some vermiculite. Well, there it is, all potted up. It looks marvelous, and now I need a place to put it. So I found a bit of this foam for packing that I had tucked away. And I love this for the snail rolls. And I am going to be doing those later in the week. So I am going to get these ready. All right, that project's done. I've got 3 of these ready to go with the ones that I've already used and reused from last year. So perfect. I find these to work out the best because they're a little bit stiff. That just seems to work out good for me. The bubble wrap is okay, but this just works out better for me with the snail roll method. Next project on the list for today is potting up some of these larger peppers into their own individual little pots. I'll show you when I have completed them. Woohoo, that job is done. We have 4 Mocha Swirl sweet peppers, 3 Jimmy Nardello sweet peppers, 2 Hungarian Magyar paprikas, 2 Joe's Long cayennes, and these are still waiting to grow up a little bit to be potted up. Glad that job's done. And I have been using vermiculite on the top of everything this year in hopes that I would not get gnats, and knock on wood 6 times, I have not. Well, here's an update on what I've sown. This is 2 trays of Jiffy cells with various wildflowers and snapdragons and save seeds. And I have very good germination considering this is only day 6. Now I really like these Jiffy cells to germinate my plants in, but you gotta be on the ball because they can dry out very, very quickly. Down here, that's some store purchased herbs that I'm growing on, and I'm waiting for some lime basil from Shawnee to germinate. And behind that, I've got some tomatoes, and they're just in there for like 4 days, and those were sown like yesterday. So I'm doing them in stages this year in hopes that I will have harvest in stages. At least that's the theory. Well, up here in my front window, I have 2 shelves of plants. This is all mostly alliums. I've got some celeriac and celery as well. And I had some poor germination there. But the company made good and sent me a credit. And I've got lettuce that's begging to get hardened off, some Zebrun shallots, and this is my home saved seed celery. It is doing better than the store-bought stuff. And there's some different lettuces that I just planted and some gumfrina and other flowers. And there's some Spanish onions over there that were done later. But I'm pretty pleased, and I've got 2 more days that I have to wait before I can try to start hardening these off, because I've got temperatures dipping down well below freezing for 2 nights. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's a journey, but we've reached the exciting part of the season. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge, and that's okay. Bye for now. We'll see ya on the next one.